What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Deaths of the Asia. When y'all get in here, go ahead and like the video, share the video, and make sure that y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I have to really get into this second episode of season 9 of Married to Medicine. Y'all, this doggone Dr. Contessa, she done really worked my nerves already. I'm tired of Dr. Contessa already, and we only in our second episode. I had told y'all how I felt the first episode, but she's really doing a whole lot. This review is gonna be completely out of order because I really want to dig into how I feel about this storyline that Dr. Contessa got going with Dr. Heavenly. It's just doing too much, and I don't want the whole season to be filled with this drama because it's unnecessary at this point. I feel like Dr. Contessa, she's really dragging it. Let me tell y'all something. We all know that Dr. Heavenly, she's messy. She gonna say what's on her mind or whatnot, and she gonna keep things going. My thing is this: the people will be in the confessional talking crazy about Dr. Heavenly and saying what they want to say about Dr. Heavenly in they little 2 or 3 minutes of time that they have to throw some shade or some jabs at Dr. Heavenly. But then they'll also get mad if Dr. Heavenly used the platform that she has created for herself and drag the situation out. So what's the difference between Dr. Heavenly talking crap on her podcast versus the girls talking crap in the confessional? Let me fix my shirt. My titties ain't tittying like I want them to. Let's get it together. Let's get the girls right. But what's the difference in between Dr. Heavenly talking crap on her podcast versus them talking crap in the confessional? I don't really see the difference. I do understand that Dr. Contessa was upset that Dr. Heavenly said some things about her on her podcast, but at the end of the day, Dr. Heavenly talk about everybody on there. She done took jabs at Jackie. She done took jabs at Anila, Quad, all of the cast of the all of the cast of the show. So I really don't see why it's such a big deal. For me, I feel like it helps more than anything because you have those viral moments. And Dr. Contessa, she's just dragging this out at this point. So this is what I want to talk about that took place in the show. So at the end of the show, this is going to be all the way out of order, like I said. At the end of the show, they had the scene where Dr. Heavenly was doing the grand opening of her beauty supply store. She had already did a soft opening already, but this particular time she did a grand opening, and she had big celebrities out there and everything. And she ended up getting a contract with a funeral home owner who had like 25 funeral homes and everything, which really is a big deal. So she'll be supplying the wigs for the party or whatever the case may be. So she'll be supplying the wigs and everything for them, the people who have transitioned and not of this realm anymore. I feel like that is a really big deal for her to have that contract. And it was so funny to me because I noticed that Quad actually was flirting with that man at first. She kind of started flirting with the man and everything. Then Nikki Natural had jumped in, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. But right now, we finna talk about how Dr. Contessa cut up. So we all know that Dr. Contessa and Heavenly, they're not on good terms, right? They haven't been talking for a while. Actually, the show opens up where Contessa is telling Toya about how she ain't even talking to Heavenly right now. They're not on good terms. Heavenly did extend an invitation to Contessa and wanted her to be a part of her big moment and invited her to come to the grand opening. Heavenly didn't think that the lady was actually going to come or anything. I don't think anybody in their right mind actually thought that she was going to come, knowing their history. But Contessa, she agreed to come. And I think part of her agreeing to come had something to do with a contractual agreement. Maybe on the show they had to have that moment where all the girls had to be here at the same time and they had to film together, right? Because I actually don't see how, if I haven't been talking to this person for a while and they invite me to something and then I just pop up for that, but yet y'all was all at Anila home warming together and y'all won't even talk to each other, but yet you're willing to come to this girl's grand opening. So I really feel like that had something to do with production, with um Dr. Contessa actually being there in the first place and saying yes. So Contessa comes to Dr. Heavenly grand opening. Dr. Heavenly had some of the girls in her fashion show where she was displaying the wigs and they was hitting the runway. Here comes Contessa. Oh, you only have your friends in the fashion show. Contessa sitting up here feeling some type of way because she wasn't chosen to actually be in the fashion show. Girl, give me a break. Like, are you serious right now? Y'all ain't even that cool. I'm sitting here thinking that you might not even come to the to the grand opening, let alone me asking you to be part of the fashion show. And Toya had said something in her confessional, like, basically saying that's a reach. Y'all ain't even that cool right now. And it could make that person, it could put Contessa in an uncomfortable position if Heavenly comes to her and asks her, hey, can you come to my grand opening and can you also be in my fashion show? That's doing way too much and we are not even there yet. And Contessa sitting up here saying, well, asking me to be in the fashion show would have been in an olive branch. No, ma'am. Inviting you to my grand opening is an olive branch. Bitch, I've been trying to talk to you. I've been trying to give you an olive branch. But you want to keep this fake storyline going and you want to sit here and make it seem like, oh, you was left out of the fashion show for a storyline. It's like, what else? Contessa gonna have to give us something else and instead of trying to ride the coattails of this beef with Dr. Heavenly. And at this point, I don't even feel like it's that serious because it's not making any sense. I think Contessa got a certain level of sense to understand that it doesn't make sense for this person to ask you to participate, take time out to be in their actual fashion show, and we're not even that cool, and you won't even talk to me at somebody's housewarming. It makes absolutely no sense. That I'm up to here with Contessa and what she got going on. She need to figure out something else. They need to do something. They need to bring whoever her nanny was that she had. She need the Donnell Jones mama or Jaheim mama, one of them R&B singers. She need to bring her back or whatever to have her some type of storyline, because this Dr. Heavenly thing is just not giving what it's supposed to give. I'm not here for it. It's getting old. It's getting tired. It's getting boring. It's giving Simone and Dr. Jackie. We don't want to go through this whole breakdown of a friendship throughout the whole season, and it's just this person actually gaslighting at this point. It makes no sense. If you're that hurt and you really want to have your friend back and you feel some type of way, then you will sit down and you will talk to that lady like she has been trying to talk to you. But getting upset because she didn't ask you to be in a fashion show and y'all not even that cool no more, that don't make sense. It make you look silly. And it actually vindicates Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Contessa got to keep in mind that everything is not about her. She if you look at the show and some of the clips from the show, it's starting to look like the show is finna be like all about Dr. Heavenly or whatever. But it's starting to feel that she's trying to take a little bit that shine and try to make it about her. And it's not about you, baby. You need to come up with your own storyline because Dr. Heavenly got her one. Where is yours? Where is your independent storyline outside of this beef with Dr. Heavenly that seems very fake, or not so much fake, but because I could understand how Dr. Contessa may have been mad at Dr. Heavenly for the things she said on her podcast, but it's being exaggerated. It's being extended further than what it actually needs to be, between these very educated, intelligent women. I'm not buying it, and I'm Dr. Contessa. She's getting on my nerves, but I definitely appreciated that grand opening. It was really nice. Dr. Heavenly, she out here doing some big things. I love that fashion show. Miss Quad tripped me out when she said that their hairstyle that they was trying to give her was giving Predator. I love Miss Quad. She can't do no wrong. But Quad was real cute when the funeral director guy came in. That funeral director, when he came in like he was looking like Barry White to me. He was giving every bit of Barry White in that damn 1976 Easter suit and them glasses or whatever, because the fluorescent lights hurt his eyes because he's old as hell. You know what I'm saying? And he came up in there, and it was so funny when he first came in. If you notice the people faces when they was looking at him, including Quad, they was looking at him like, who was this nigga? Who's this nigga on that dag? Like, what the fuck? Dude tripped me out when he stepped into the scene. But when they started giving his resume, I got 25 funeral homes, baby. Miss Quad, when she had her that part, it was so funny. I said, "Oh my God, this is so funny." I love how Miss Quad did her thing though, because she did something similar to what I would do. She said, "Oh, can we introduce? Can we speak? Can we introduce your friends, Heavenly? Like, introduce your friends to this gentleman that has stepped up into the building. You know what I'm saying? Give us a piece of Barry White, okay?" So Quad stepped in and said the man was sharp or whatever. She had that old southern charm or whatever. See, Quad from Memphis like me. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? She stepped in with her little southern charm or whatever, made her presence known or whatever. It was very subtle, but it was given very much. When we get out here and about, you can pull up to me and ask me for my number because I'm with all of that. So then, Quad sitting up here, she flirting with the man. Here come Nikki Natural. She just got real bold with it. I don't know where she from, but that ain't Memphis. I don't know where she from, but she got real bold with it. She was acting like a city girl. You hear me? She jumped up in the man's face and shook his hand and everything, asked him was he's married and all of that, hugging up on him. And here come Qua was like, break this up type of thing or whatever, because she had already got her put her eyes on him. She had already synced her claws and that man. So Nikki Natural needed to back up because Qua had already chose him. She had already pissed on him, goddamn me. She had marked her territory. Nikki Natural needed to have moved back. You know what I'm saying? Give me 50 feet. But that was real cute. That was a real cute exchange or whatever. I love to see it. But I'm going to tell y'all something that was funny as hell to me. Was that damn Anila coming down their runway. Baby, I don't know if she was spraying Lysol or oil sheen or spritz, some pump it up. I don't know what she had going on. But why in the hell she come down that runway spraying this bottle of product that she ain't bought for? You know what I'm saying? Break it you buy. Like, why is you spraying these people products, baby? She came down that runway. She was spraying that product. It tripped me out. Dr. Heavenly said, quit spraying the product before you make the flow slippery. I don't know what that was about, but that was funny as hell to me that she did that. But the fashion show was real cute. I liked it. Alora, she was so pretty coming down. Quad gave what it was supposed to give. She looked good. I actually like Dr. Jackie in that hoochie mama wig and everything, and her little dress and everything. I love that. And then Toya sitting up there hating, talking about Dr. Heavily sell wigs for strippers. Well, strippers need to wear wigs, so why does it matter? What are you selling? You've been on this show all this doggone time, working your husband to death. What are you selling? And they say that she got something going on or whatever, which I don't know what Toya got going on for real, but it's just been ramblings of her having things going on. But it's just like, I don't know what she got going on for real. I think she's supposed to have like some type of product or line or something she's doing, but I never hear her talking about it or actually promoting it or anything like that. Dr. Jackie got her new product in the shop. She has like some skin product or whatever that she got in the beauty shop and everything. So I really like the fact that these ladies are using the platform in order to promote their external business endeavors. And that's something that Toya actually need to jump on, because according to the clips that I seen for the next show, like Dr. Eugene is getting tired. He needs some help. He's already, the first episode he came in frustrated. The episode leading for to next week showed clips of him talking about he's tired of what he's doing. Toya needs to step up and be that man helpmate. She needs to be doing something. She had plenty of time, of opportunity to get her some type of passive income or something that she could have been starting from the ground up while she getting these real housewives. I mean, not real housewives. I'm talking about married to medicine checks or whatever. She should be doing something. She should be using that platform to promote something, even if it's not so much as just showing how to actually being a housewife. I will be interested in seeing something like that from Toya, because one thing that I feel like we miss out on the Real Housewives and these married to like and married to medicine, that real live, that interaction, the day in and day out of being a wife to these high powered men, or even in married to medicine, even though the women are doctors and everything, some of the women's are doctors and everything. I would just like to see how they juggle that, being a career woman and also being a wife. Housewives, I would actually like to see someone legitimately being a housewife. Like they are at home taking care of the kids, cooking and cleaning, making passive income if they want to, and their husbands just taking care of them. Toya Toya would actually fit on a housewife show if the housewife show actually portrayed the girls as housewives. I would love to see that. I think instead of Toya's storyline constantly being moving from home to home and working her husband to death, I feel like they need to highlight what it looks like for a woman to actually be a housewife. I think that needs to be her storyline. They need to go delve deeper and deeper into that and look at how she is as a mom and everything, because I know it's a lot that she has to deal with, because if you deal with a man at a certain status, it is a whole lot of work. You got kids. I'm not going to take anything away from a woman that is a housewife, because that's 24/7 job. That man needs you hand and foot or whatever 9 times out of 10, because a lot of times you're managing his life, but it don't seem like she's managing his life right, because he's so damn exhausted. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would like to see that though. I think they need to really go into that angle. John Westby say my M. I guess you talking about Nikki Natural. She gives a city girl tea for real. So that was an interesting thing at that beauty supply store. But I want Toya to do better. I like that scene with Simone and Cecil and their son. I think it was Miles, if I'm not mistaken. Their son Miles. Y'all know I don't really be here for Simone, but I think I understand what her storyline is gonna be this season. It's gonna be more so, the emptiness. Um, it's gonna be more so being more hands on. We're gonna see. It seems like we're gonna see a lot more of her, being in her kids' life, seeing how she interact with her kids. I feel like it was very smart for her to use her Miles' relationship with his long-term girlfriend in order to introduce her book and promote her book and put that out there, her and Cecil book that they're supposed to be doing. I thought that was really dope. I love how Miles and his girlfriend interact with each other, and how the family have the family has embraced her. I like that. So I really feel like Simone is actually going to have a pretty good storyline this season that I'm going to be interested in looking at. So we ain't got to worry about her and Cecil about to break up. We ain't got to worry about her being into it with Dr. Jackie or anything like that. So I see more of Simone promoting her endeavors and actually interacting with her kids a lot more. I'm here for that. I'll be here for that. I'm here for that. I ain't mad at Simone for that. Because at first I was like, we could go ahead and give her the boot, but she proved me wrong. She proved me wrong. I like that. I like that scene. Um, Quad and her nephew. Child, their nephew was a handful. You hear me? Mason is something else. I love the way Quad treats her nephew, unlike Marlo Hampton. Anyway, I love the way that Quad treats her nephew. Like, Quad actually has taken on that mother role. And I know it has to be really hard to take on such a role with the lifestyle that you have and everything and the freedom that you have. And you just take on that role. I do feel like it's fulfilling to her. She seems like she really enjoyed it. That boy tripped me out when he was riding. They was riding to school, and she was talking about him riding a bus, and he said the kids on the bus act like maniacs, and he asked them to be quiet, and they don't be quiet. They keep on yelling. That was funny. Them people on the bus be something else. They done traumatized that boy. But I'm gonna tell you something that was funny that tripped me out with Quiet and knowing how she be throwing down in the kitchen. Quiet was feeding the baby breakfast and then gave him a fried egg, and it looked to be some toast or a French toast or something. Ain't damn piece of bacon or what, no country ham, no pan sausage, no smoked link cut down the middle and fried, none like that. Ain't damn piece of meat on there. That boy look, you know what I'm saying? He look big around enough to know that he be eating meat now, Quad. Go ahead and get that boy a little piece of bacon. I was just sitting up there. I almost got hungry looking at that plate, but I guess she was in a hurry. Hell, we in a rush. But I like the fact that she took the time and she sat down and she cooked that baby something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Miss Quad. I love me some Quad baby because she be looking good all the time, and she be here for the mess. And Quad took time out to make the baby breakfast that she didn't even push out. But here go Miss Anila over to her house, acting like she about to lose her damn mind. Um, and y'all tell me how hard blogging is, because I would like to think that I'm a blogger, a vlogger, a YouTuber. I don't know what my title is, but y'all tell me how hard it is to where you have to have a nanny and you can't get up in the morning and you can't cook. You ain't what the fuck is you blogging early in the morning? What is you doing? Her nanny, Miss Gomez, she over there. It's two kids. She only cooked two pieces of bacon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, God damn. So Miss Gomez, she don't only cook two pieces of bacon for them kids, and Miss Gomez would trip me out because she didn't have them kids ready for school. That's the nanny. Miss Gomez is Anila's nanny. She didn't have them kids ready for school. Anila came down. She acting all frantic and everything, like she don't know where anything at, and she's running out of time. The kids got to go to school late, eat in the car and all of that, or whatever the case may be. What the fuck Anila got going on to where it take all of that? You know, where you can't at least, I feel like, I don't care how busy you are as a parent, at some point you should be able to take some time for something in the day for your kids. I don't care if it's just a moment of time. I'm so busy throughout the day, a moment of time. Let me at least get up in time to, goddamn me, at least pour my kids a bowl of cereals or something where it don't feel like I'm always rushing to get away from them. And it's not that she's rushing to get away from them because she don't have anything to do. But a kid will feel like a certain level of neglect if it's like I'm always getting handed off to either the nanny or I'm getting handed off to the school or whatever. Like, you can't just breathe for a minute and just make sure we straight real quick. You can't do that. Like, you in that much of a hurry. Ma'am, y'all rich as fuck. Your husband is a doctor and you making hell of a lot of money doing these blogs or whatever. You could take you a breather. It's not that serious. And Miss Gomez had ended up telling them that she was going back to Houston where her family had take her own family. And Anila and her husband act like they was sick, like they stomach had just done fell off in their lap or whatever. They act like they was sick when they heard the news. But to be honest with you, Miss Gomez don't seem like she doing a good job around there because them kids got up that morning and she had cooked only 2 pieces of bacon and she was running late or whatever. So it don't seem like she got her alarm clock set on time. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, she needed some disciplinary actions anyway. She needed to be on a leave anyway. So her telling me or telling them, I'm sorry, her telling them that she finna get ready to leave. I was just like, okay, what you doing around here? Because the kids scrambling around. If I got a nanny and I get up in the morning and my nanny's supposed to be having the kids taken care of, I don't want to be running around frantic. You get what I'm saying? Whether I agree with her having this nanny in this capacity or not, I feel like if I'm paying you my money, then you need to have some order around here. It don't really seem like the kids really listen to her. When she tried to take the iPad from the little boy to tell him to go to sleep, he running off like he had somewhere to run to. Baby, you can't run to nobody and tell on me because your mama and them gone, boo. So why is you running down the hallway like you finna go tell your mama or something? Baby, you need to run right into your room and take your little ass to sleep. So it didn't seem like she had a grip on them kids anyway. And then there was a clip interview, a clip scene after she had told them, and then they did the scene where they did a clip like it's going into the next episode. The little boy talking about my pinto beans. I don't think you worried about is some pinto beans. That's the only thing the little boy worried about. They act like they gonna miss their nanny so much. The only thing they gonna miss is them pot of beans. But I hope that Miss Gomez, she get the fulfillment that she's looking for. And I do feel like if her actual family is not in the same city that she's in and she want to be closer to her family, I feel like she really needs to do that because she's not getting any younger. And she have family of her own that she needs to take care of. So I'm not mad at her for that. But the way that Anila and her husband like stared her down when she said it, it tickled me. But they'll get over it. You could find a nanny. But I just, for some reason, I don't know a whole heap a lot about Anila. But for some reason, I don't feel like what she does requires a nanny like that. I really don't. Bitch, if Cardi B could be there with her daughter, you could be there with your kids. I mean, with her daughter and her son, you could be there with your kids. I don't get it. Dr. Jackie, she didn't really give a whole lot. I was wondering why Curtis wasn't at the grand opening. I don't know if it was just me and I missed Curtis, but I didn't see Curtis at the grand opening, so I was wondering what that was about. He needs to come and support his friends. But I'm gonna tell y'all something else that was funny to me too. When Contessa was it Toya coming over to Contessa house? Okay, Toya was coming over to Contessa house, and Contessa's daughter said that that's the good one and that's the bad one, and called one of the kids the devil or whatever. Toya was mad about that, but kids be playing like that. One of them boys probably get on her nerves, and the other one might not or whatever. But Contessa's little girl, that little one, she is so funny. She is so funny. Like that would be the only reason why I wouldn't want Contessa to go, because that little girl, because she is hilarious. She trips me out all the time. And John Wesley say, then she say she need a coffee maker in her bedroom. Oh, you talking about Anila? That was funny as hell too. Anila husband had tripped me out. He bust her bubble. Anila talking about she need a coffee maker in the bedroom or whatever. You old lazy bitch. You need a coffee maker in a bedroom or whatever. And um she was trying to make it seem like it was this fancy coffee, and her husband was like, but you drink McDonald's coffee. And she was like, in her confessional, no, it's Starbucks. You, ma'am, you drink McDonald's coffee, because the Starbucks sign and the McDonald's sign don't look nothing alike. Your husband been with you. Your husband been with you all this time. He know what type of coffee you be drinking, because you know it at at McDonald's, you got to tell them how many creamers, how many sugars, or whatever that you want in your coffee, or whatever the case may be. He know the difference when you ordering from Starbucks and when you ordering from McDonald's, because the order at Starbucks and McDonald's don't sound nothing the same, baby. So he got you on that one. But he tripped me out when he had said that. John Wesley had said, right, I don't know why these people be sitting up here trying to act so fake. Don't even do it. You ain't even gotta act fake like that. It's okay to be down to earth and say, yeah, I do. She could have just said, you know what, I do like McDonald's coffee when I'm on the run, but when I'm in the house or whatever, I want to have what I want. That's all that gotta be said. It ain't gotta be all this trying to act high society or whatever. And be like, well, I drink Starbucks. Okay, girl, bye. But this episode was really good. It seemed it was all right as far as entertainment is concerned. I wasn't really entertained as much as I was able to kind of get a glimpse of what people's storyline is gonna be. Like I feel like Simone's storyline is about gonna be about her kids to push her book. I feel like Neela storyline finna be about how her life have got shaken upside down, and they finna have to be finding another nanny. So we finna see her running around scattering and trying to juggle being a mom and being a blogger. Uh, so we gonna have to see that. Of course, Quad storyline is her nephew. Um, Jackie is she just always the equalizer or whatever. But I see more of Jackie, you know, pushing products and everything, is just being a voice of reasoning. I don't see her having a storyline with Curtis. I don't want them to go through anything else in their relationship. Um, so I think it's just we gonna see a lot of Jackie just, probably opening up new businesses and doing renovations and under construction and things like that. I think that's what her storyline is gonna be. Heavenly and Contessa, they joint together at this point, but Heavenly actually have a storyline outside of Contessa, because she has her business endeavors. She has Allura in this beauty supply store and things like that, and Allura coming of age. So that could be part of her storyline. Toya is storyline is pretty much just stressing the hell out of her husband at this particular point. She definitely, well, they already did the filming or whatever, but I hope we see a new angle from Toya, and we see her actually juggling being a housewife and getting you know getting down there, getting in the mud with her husband, and actually being a helpmate and helping him out some. I hope we see her going to a whole totally different direction. But other than that, I'm really not getting. I can't really pick up what Toya's storyline is right now. I think Toya's storyline is more about Eugene than her. So I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all, and I don't like to see marriages dissolve or anything like that. But Toya and Eugene, they exhaust me. Like watching them, their dynamic, it's just so exhausting, and it's almost. I'm gonna tell you something. It's their relationship is damn near an abusive relationship to me, to be honest with you. It really is. I have absolutely no problem. Let's be very clear. I have absolutely no problem with a woman, especially a black woman. She deserves to live in a lap of luxury and let her husband take care of her, right? But you also have to take care of your husband. If you're going to be at home, you're not going to work, and your husband going to be taking care of the bills and everything, that's absolutely okay. But you got to take care of your husband. God damn me, Dr. Heavenly do a better job taking care of her husband, and this woman has a career. Like if Toya acted like Dr. Heavenly act towards her husband, I wouldn't have anything to say about Toya. But Toya act like she get up and she gotta work every day or whatever, and this nigga is, and she gotta cook, clean, and do all of this and flat back for him and suck dick as soon as he cross over the threshold or whatever, and he asking her to go 50-50 or something. She act like Dr. Heavenly could be acting if she wanted to. You get what I'm saying? Toya is doing what is people would say is stereotypical of someone like Heavenly, like a woman like Heavenly that has the degrees, has the career, all this all kind of stuff. People will say a woman like her be the one that will give their man a hard time, where else she's not like that. Toya, you ain't bringing nothing. Literally, at this particular point, what I can see, you only bringing pussy to the table. You know what I'm saying? And some all right looks. And you treat your husband a certain type of way, and I don't like that. I just really don't like that, and it looks like abuse to me at this particular point. But that's that on that. Y'all drop down in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about the show. Tell me what y'all think about this here review, and what y'all think that the ladies' storylines are this year, because it's different. It's different, and I'm here for it. I think this is going to be a really really good season. I'm gonna stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, subscribe to the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. I'm a part of that podcast as well. The reason why I was late tonight, because the show went over. We had a really, really dope show. But we do that show every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you love hip hop, all things hip hop, you like the past and the present, and you like to have real dialogue about it, it ain't no cooker cut stuff over there, you definitely want to check out the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. But thank y'all so much for tuning in with me tonight. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.